There's a lot of stuff that we've learned in being married for 17 years.
Okay, can I start over really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we at?
TikTok friends.
Show each other each other.
We've got Facebook friends and we've got TikTok friends. So I asked on my Instagram, oh my goodness, so many friends. I asked on Instagram today, what Q&A questions do you have around keto, low carb? We're a homeschool family. We've got 4 daughters. We've got 4 dogs. There's lots of things that we talk about. We love to talk about marriage. We love to talk about finances. We love to talk about business. And so Facebook friends, I was going over all of the Q&A, and then we hopped on TikTok, and there's TikTok friends. So what we're going to do is we're just going to walk you through, look at you guys are all in technology, just somewhere in a different
We're waiting
platform.
We're waiting some other friends.
We're waiting for some physical friends.
Hey, Alicia, welcome to the party.
So my husband is going to walk you through how we got started on this journey. Like, how did the keto lifestyle start? How do you get started? Some basic Q&A. All of my questions on the Keto Mom page today were like, how did you get started? How much water should I drink?
Lots of
Do
water.
I have to be strict keto? I need to lose fat. What are ketones?
Yes. Awesome.
So, babe,
all right.
You start.
We're going
to start over TikTok. How did you start this lifestyle?
8 years ago, I knew the benefits of ketones.
Yeah.
I knew a lot about bulletproof coffee, fat coffee, and I just really needed to become a better dad. I needed to become a better husband. Why?
He wanted to lose some fat.
Well, here's the reality. We were living in Oklahoma.
Yes.
And I had some great workout partners, and I ate clean, and we worked out every day. I'd have anywhere from 6 to 12 guys join me in the gym every single day.
We had a committed group of guys.
I did. It was unbelievable. And that shows you the power of relationship and community and consistency. Then what happened was we left Oklahoma. We moved back to Minnesota to be near family. And
that came
I lost
all the birthday
all of
parties.
my workout friends.
Yep.
And I gained carbs through the roof. Well, I got to the point to where one day I was standing in our bathroom and I had to go to work and I had to wear dress pants. And I went to go put the dress pants on and they kind of got stuck. And I thought to myself,
you guys,
oh, this is not good.
He looked at me and he said,
but I stepped on the scale just before putting these on, and the scale had this
awful number,
audacious number that I'd never seen before. And I thought, oh, I must be building muscle is what I thought. But the reality was I was not working out.
And what'd you say to me?
I looked at Stephanie when my pants got stuck and they weren't zipping up, and I said, sweetheart,
did you shrink my
pants? And so it was in that moment where it became a reality for me that I needed to start improving my health.
Right.
And I knew a big part of that was with nutrition.
Right.
So what I did was I started following a keto diet. And this wasn't just what we hear from everybody. Oh, I'm doing the keto diet. No. Like, I was measuring my food.
He did it how you're supposed to.
Calories.
He did it right.
I was pricking my finger to take blood so I knew the ketone millimolar liter, like what level I was into ketosis.
Can I say something really quick? Because most people that tell us they're starting the keto diet, they don't. They're probably eating lazy keto. Like, let me know if anybody on here, are you lazy keto? I hate that word. I hate the word lazy. Some people say dirty keto. Some people say low carb. But most people think they're doing keto and they're really not doing the actual keto diet. Low carb's great, right? Drinking more water is great. And it depends on your goals if you're going to be really strict or not strict.
Yep.
The keto diet started for medical reasons. And then they figured out all the applications of why it helps with fat loss and focus and energy and better mood and sleep. It is great. Everybody does it differently, and it's not a one-size-fits-all.
It's so true. Right. So, hey, welcome to the party, Mr. Ketosis. Hello, Cynthia, Storm. Thanks for tuning in.
We're talking to Facebook and TikTok.
This is so fun.
And answering all the questions.
Really, I had people join me on this keto journey.
Right.
And they lasted for a week. One of my good friends lasted for a couple months. And then the reality is...
It was all by himself.
Like, unless you need it for medical reasons, it's really challenging to do for the rest of your life. So you got to find a lifestyle... eating habit that really works for you.
Right.
And I'll never forget, so I was talking to Dr. Dominic D'Agostino. We were going back and forth on Facebook.
Called him. If you guys don't know who that is, he's a pretty incredible doctor.
Dr. Dom called me, and I was so afraid to talk to him.
That he didn't answer the phone?
Didn't answer the phone. So,
and then he did.
And then, so needless to say, Dr. Dom was talking about exogenous ketones. I thought, what? Exogenous ketones? Imagine if you could get all the benefits of the ketogenic diet, but not have to follow the diet.
The strict diet.
You drink what's inside of the shaker bottle.
Right.
That was 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago. It's so funny. Hopped on the phone, talked to a good friend now, who's a really great friend now named Michael. And we just chit-chatted about our story, where I was at. And then that day I pulled the trigger because I found the Facebook group, the Pruvit Facebook group. It had 10 people, 10 likes. And I thought, my goodness, I don't know what this is. I just need it. And so Stephanie was sleeping because it was midnight our time. And I ordered it. And at that time, we were legitimately living paycheck to paycheck. We never went without, but we weren't able to truly live and give like we wanted to. And when she woke up that next morning, I was so excited. So excited.
Right.
So excited. And she's like, Steve, is this one of those things? Did you join one of those things? And I said, I don't think I joined one of those things. I think you're going to love what I just ordered. And what's funny, 3 days later, package show up, this big canister shows up, and I handed one to her and I said, sweetheart, you don't have to talk to anybody about this. I don't want you to. I just want you to drink the product because I truly believe this product's going to help change your life. It's going to make you better. That day she was going to a homeschool conference and she took this packet and she says to me, she says, I will drink this packet, but I'm not going to share it with anybody. And I said, sweetheart, you don't have to. Perfect. Just drink it. That's all you have to do is just drink it. So she took the packet to her homeschool conference, and what happened that day, sweetheart?
Well, I want you guys to know something. After he's done sharing his incredible story, I am going to give you some basic 101 tips on a low-carb keto lifestyle. Because here's the deal. There's no such thing as a magic pill. There is nothing, right? And there's not a one-size-fits-all diet. Because how you were eating is different. How I would do the diet, I do more low carb. You were super strict keto. We've got people that we help on here that are paleo and vegan and Whole30 and healthy, right?
Yep.
The point is, I've heard this saying before, the diet that will work for you is the diet that you stick with long term. That's it, right? So some people will argue back and forth, it's better to eat this way or this way. Let's just be real and say it's better to get the processed sugar and junk out of your diet. It's better to drink more water. We started with drinking, well, he started with the diet for 2 years, the keto diet, the actual keto diet of tracking everything, weighing his food, pricking his finger. He was able to lose his 50 pounds that he wanted to lose. But I started with this little packet that I have actually right here, this little green stuff. At the time it was orange and then it turned to purple and then it turned, I started with something called Mom Fuel. And what I loved about it is that day I went to a homeschool conference. I called my husband and I said, I don't know what you gave me in this little packet. I don't know what it is, but I feel incredible. My energy is unbelievable. I'm the only mom awake at 3 o'clock in this conference. Not really, but I felt like it. And to this day, 6 years later, after drinking this once or twice a day, I don't take a nap. I joke about how I used to take a nap every day, right?
It's been 6 years
my
of no
brain
naps.
is incredibly turned on. Ketones help with focus and they help with fat loss. I was able to lose the last 10 pounds of baby weight and do things that we can do. I feel better today, almost 40, than I did when I was in high school.
You're not almost 40. And
Almost.
I think about
I'm almost 40.
what helps turn you on. I think it's me
Sure.
too.
We're on our Keto Mom page.
So, hey, welcome to the party.
Here's
Simple
the deal.
Morgan.
If
Look at all these great people.
If you want to know more, I call it my mom fuel. He would say dad fuel. If you want to know more about ketones, I just want you to post ketones in the comments. If you're on TikTok, I need you to message me on Instagram. It's way easier to talk to you that way, right? But post
Keto Mom
ketones
secrets.
or keto mom, or just post mom fuel or ketones. Now here's the deal. Here's how you start the lifestyle. I'm going to give you a couple different tips, okay?
Beth is asking, where do I order? It's simple. Go to ketomom.com.
KetoMOM.com. I also do different trial packs just from me
if you
personally.
want a trial, just go to momfueltrials.com. Mom Fuel Trials.
I'll send you a message.
Go there,
Post
or
mom
send
fuel
her
below.
a message.
It's incredible. But here's the deal.
Welcome to the party, Mikey.
This is what it looks like.
52. That's amazing.
This is what it looks like. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here is the basic tips of how to
This
get
one's
started
better.
on a healthier lifestyle. Whether
Healthy.
you want to do keto or low carb. Number one, I want you to assess what you're...
From the sugary
Oh,
drink.
we're back. All right.
Ta-da! Welcome back to the
Okay.
party. Mom
Here-
Fuel.
So here's the deal. Number one, what are you drinking? If you find yourself drinking a whole bunch of pop, maybe you say soda, or a little bit of coffee with your sugary drinks.
Right. Do you say pop?
Do you
Coke,
say pop or soda?
Type it down below.
Okay, but here's the deal for real. And I say that a lot. What are you drinking? And let's drink more water. Less sugary drinks. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to look at what you're eating for breakfast. Do you intermittent fast?
What are you eating for breakfast?
Do you intermittent fast or eat breakfast?
It depends.
Right.
It truly does depend. I love intermittent fasting.
That's just basically skipping breakfast.
But I also love eating breakfast.
I do too.
So for breakfast, it's pretty simple. We've done this for a long time. It's eggs and sausage.
Bacon.
Or eggs and steak.
Sometimes an avocado.
Any carnivore people out there? Where are my carnivore friends?
You guys, he's a carnivore, just so you know, for the current time.
I love
straight
vegans,
up meat,
but I'm letting you
veggies.
all know you will never see me go without meat.
Right, and that's okay. We can agree
I'm not
to
talking
disagree.
about Beyond Meat.
Right.
None of that fake stuff. That's
nope. Oh,
throw that in the garbage.
All right.
But the good stuff.
Here's what I want you to know. It was one day at a time, one meal at a time. So breakfast came around, and what you want to know what's so great is somebody said the other day, one of the questions I got today was, what do you do with a cheat day? I hate to say cheat days because everything you do is a choice.
Ooh,
so
choices.
You're choosing to do better for breakfast if you eat breakfast, right? Less sugar in your coffee, bacon, eggs, or sausage. Get out the bread and the pancakes and the cereal. For lunch, buns off the burgers, croutons off the salad, grab a lettuce wrap.
Right.
You just did that. You ordered a salad, Caesar salad, and he actually ordered 2 meals because we were getting our blood drawn today.
It wasn't fair. So we had to fast all the way till 3 o'clock.
We did. We fasted all day, which isn't bad. But I actually felt great.
I got steak and eggs, and we're up in the cities, and the reality is it was like a tiny piece of meat
and
like
eggs.
This and 2 eggs.
So he ordered a salad as well. But he ate the meat, the eggs, and the salad. Anyways, croutons off the salad. For dinner, get rid of the pasta, bread, and potatoes, and eat a protein and a veggie, right? You can keep it so simple so you don't have to track everything. Not everybody likes to track their macros. And the one major thing I want you to take away, if there's one thing you take away about getting started, ask yourself before you eat, am I hungry?
I've heard you say that to about 1,000
I say it
ladies
to a bazillion women.
every
You want to
day.
know why? Because
are you hungry?
You guys, people overeat good food.
That's true.
All the time. Maybe you find yourself at a birthday party or a barbecue and you're like, oh, it's fine. It's keto. I can eat it, right? It's fine.
It's fine.
It's veggies. It's berries. Oh, look at all those keto cookies. It's not a big deal, but you're not hungry. You can overeat good food.
That's true.
Right? You just end up eating too many calories. That's why so many people hit a plateau and they don't feel good. Like, stop overeating. You don't need to eat every 2 hours. You don't need to eat tons of snacks. You can honestly make it through your day by eating meals. Did you know that? And drinking water.
Welcome to the party. Just to watch. I like it.
Okay. So the basic concept of getting this lifestyle started is, first of all, it's about choices. Second of all, don't mess up good for perfect. You're going to drink water.
That's a good one. Did you hear that?
Don't mess up good for perfect.
That's good.
You don't have to wait for your cupboard or your pantry or whatever you call it to be perfect. You don't have to wait for the perfect time or the perfect meal or the perfect date.
Get started.
Today, you can start right now.
Make the decision.
You still have a meal sometime today. Make the better choice.
How many of you wait till Monday? Don't be a Monday waiter.
Don't be a Monday or the first of the month.
Right now.
Or I've got to wait till next month. I'm going on vacation. Oh my goodness, you can totally take the buns off the burgers. Those spongy little buns don't need to be eaten anyways.
Spongy little buns.
It takes the flavor away from your food.
I like that.
Okay, that's what you need to do.
Welcome, Gian Polo.
Okay, I have a video and a basic foods list of the easiest things that we did when we were first starting.
Welcome,
if you're on the
Jeep
Keto
Girl.
Mom page right now, which you are over here, if you post
you're on
food
TikTok,
in the
right
comments, I'll send you a video that gives you an 8-step process of how we started and just a basic foods list. If you're on TikTok, go to Keto Mom. On Facebook, it's just Keto Mom. Post food in the comments of this video, and I'll send you a getting started video.
Or go to ketomomsecrets.com. You can go there. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
You guys, we share recipes and tips and tricks every single day to give you some ideas, but I'm going to tell you something.
Welcome, Selena.
I need you to get
TTK.
and be okay with eating simple. And when you have time, you can try some meals. But oftentimes people get bored and they quit.
I agree. Hey, thank you very much for that comment, Stephanie. See, you are cute. I believe it.
I can't actually read any of the comments.
Welcome, Barry. Welcome, Bethany.
All right.
Welcome to the party.
I don't want to keep you super long, and I want to honor your time. But if you've got questions about Mom Fuel, post Mom Fuel below. If you want the little foods list of how we started, super simple, post food below. I would challenge you to pay attention to the rest of your day and just be aware of the choices that you are making. It's choices. And I'm going to tell you one more thing that is super important. Every single morning,
we will answer that in this medium.
Every single morning, we do a mindset morning, which means I just come on and we're going through books. And if you don't have this right, then guess what? The food that you put in your mouth, the way that you think about yourself, the choices that you make are probably not going to be great because you don't believe that you can do it. And the way that you get your mindset right and your positive attitude instead of negative attitude and all of those things is by reading with me. Right?
I agree. Mindset matters.
Mindset matters.
So if you want to, go check out Steffi's brand new page called facebook.com/mindsetmoms.
I'm working on that one. But we are going to start adding more value to that if your goal is just mindset.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did anybody have a question before we go?
How do you respond
I can't read questions on here, but I'll get to your questions soon.
Is not healthy for the average person.
Oh, I love that question. How do you respond when somebody says keto is not healthy for the average person? So here's the best answer that I would say. If you came to me and said that to me, I would say, well, listen, what is keto to you?
What is it?
Because if you tuned in earlier, my husband talked about most people don't do the keto diet. Most people do a low carb lifestyle. And if you're testing your ketones, most people aren't going to get their body into ketosis nutritionally all the time, right?
I don't want to eat keto. I want my McDonald's.
Or they eat too much broccoli, or there's lots of things that will kick you out of ketosis. Here's what I want you to know, and it's a very simple concept. This is like my mom explanation. I used to live off of pizza, chicken nuggets, corn dogs, and Debbie snacks. I mean, I probably made a frozen pizza every day, right? I ate so much junk. And when somebody says that to me, I say this, okay, I hear what you're saying. You don't think it's healthy for me. I do believe that the keto diet can be hard to maintain. And if it's not done properly for a long period of time, you're not drinking enough water, you're not using electrolytes, it can be harmful because you're not doing it right, right?
Correcto.
Now, then I'll say, so what I hear you telling me is I should go back to the way I was eating before. Debbie snacks, frozen pizzas, Burger King. Like I ate those things all the time.
I mean, I remember when Emery was born.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
She would snatch up all of the quarters.
I would dig through our house.
Every day she'd go
every day for 9
chocolate
months.
Pie.
I would look for $1.07 and I would hide it so he didn't know that I was going to Burger King every morning with our second daughter.
I knew.
Because well, actually, you don't even know this. I used to go to the gas station every morning to get the breakfast pizza every morning. And then for lunch, I would bring corn dogs. So I would warm up 2 corn dogs and Debbie snacks. And then I would leave the office. I used to work for Big Brothers Big Sisters as a social worker. And I would go to Burger King down the street and I would get a Hershey's pie, $1.07. But usually he wouldn't see it because it was change. I ate so bad. Now, I say that because all I tell people is, so what you're telling me is if I'm intermittent fasting and I'm eating more proteins and good healthy fats and veggies and salads, you're telling me that that's bad? Doesn't that give you perspective of like, it's basically eating whole foods. The keto diet, if you do the keto diet, awesome. Make sure you're doing it properly. Lots of water. You need electrolytes. You need to monitor all of those things. But the average person is doing low carb and it is incredibly good for you. It's basically Whole30 except for some of the carby stuff. Like if you don't want to eat the potatoes and things like that.
It's interesting because I saw Donna on this Facebook.
Yeah.
So Donna on Facebook said thank you for helping her stay on track, but she said that she felt great when she did this, then she fell off.
Right.
So that's another thing I hear quite frequently. I just hear stuff because Steffi's the one who's answering questions all day, and so often people feel fantastic when they commit to a healthier eating lifestyle. But then what happens is a special occasion happens, or something happens, or they hit their goal, but then they have a tendency to fall back to their old predictable patterns.
They didn't create the new systems.
So if you haven't created a new system and you find yourself on this roller coaster of just up and down, what would you do to encourage what would you say to encourage the person who's possibly fallen off the wagon?
All right, so guess what? It's okay. It's a new day. You can do it. You can start whenever you want. You can start as many times as you need to. The only way that you fail is if you quit. The only way you fail is if you quit, right?
Don't quit.
Don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like you got to create all of these keto meals. I want you to think about bacon, eggs, or sausage, veggies, and dip. you guys, it doesn't have to be complicated. And if your goal is fat loss, and you have to be okay with eating the same meals all the time so you get to your goals. The point is...
Or just keep eating steak.
So he introduced me to the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. We've gone through it on here on the Keto Mom page, but the author says you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. If you started this diet and you're like, I've got to get to the swimsuit season, I've got to get to the vacation, I've got to get to whatever it is, the wedding, and you did it because you were just doing it till that date, this needs to be a lifestyle that is long-term.
Long-term lifestyle.
Because you're going to feel great. You're not going to go... I hear every day I have somebody that messages me and that says, I did it, I lost all the weight, I got to the vacation, got to the wedding, and I gained it all back last year. You didn't have the systems in place.
Predictable patterns.
It's getting up in the morning, right? It's not hitting the alarm clock, snooze button. And I still do that. But it's working out, moving your body, drinking water, being aware of your choices, one day at a time. Right?
That's funny. This
what would
lady,
you say?
Medium's asking another great question. She's saying,
questions.
do you have a background in biochemistry?
Do I have a background in biochemistry? Do I sound like I do?
I don't know if she's asking. She's also asking about carbohydrates, but aren't carbs just good? So is it low carb or no carb?
Everybody's different. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a biochemist.
You're a mom.
I am a mom. I'm a mom that has been able to be around. Actually, we've had the blessing to be around a lot of doctors and scientists in the last 6 years with our company. So I do know a lot because I've listened a lot, but I don't know a lot because I studied a book, right? And again, if somebody says, just buy my keto diet for $28, I'm going to say that's not going to work for you because you don't just buy the same diet for everybody.
People like recipes. Have you ever noticed that? How many of you just love recipes?
So,
I feel like there's maybe a small group of people where if you gave yourself freedom from not having to have 400 different types of meals,
right,
and you just focused on less being more, and you just focused on eating healthier food.
Food is fuel.
It is.
How are you feeling?
I keep thinking about this.
Stop eating out of emotion or because you're bored or the clock says to eat.
Nice vehicle.
Right.
What's your nice vehicle? For me, it would probably be that blue Ferrari I drove around in Atlanta one day with the top down. Unbelievable. But in that vehicle, like, I wouldn't shove...
Mine's a minivan.
I wouldn't shove the Krispy Kreme donuts in it.
Right.
And say, well, good luck. I would put the best fuel in that vehicle to keep it running. You'd want to make sure that you get the oil change. Truly put other things in priority other than their body.
Right.
You've only got one life to live. And honestly, you don't want to live a junky life. Take care of yourself. Fuel yourself. This isn't a dress rehearsal. Like, this is the one chance.
You don't get a do-over. You don't get a do-over.
So my encouragement to you is priorities should never be in conflict, and your priority should be your health.
Right.
So if there's things that you, and I'm telling you right now, everybody who can hear our voice, there's one thing in your life that you know that if you took a little bit, if you took one step towards better, you know what that is. You know what that is. Each and every one of you have a different life, different story, different background. But you know one thing today that doesn't need to start on Monday, can start right now.
Right.
What is that thing today, right now, that you're going to improve in your life?
Right. It could be drinking more water. It could be shutting this off and going for a walk. It could be making a better choice instead of going out for supper tonight. You either make a good choice or you don't go through the drive-thru. But I do want to answer her question. There is a difference between eating a sweet potato and a donut, right? People think carbs, carbs, carbs. There's processed junk and there's a sweet potato. A sweet potato is not bad, right? So there are better carbs to eat and there are different goals people are going after. Some people need extreme amount of fat loss. Some people are working on gaining muscle, and all of that is dependent upon you, your goals, and how you want to fuel your body.
Right. And I'd say, just to answer, I just saw the last end of it. I don't think carbs are essential. I don't. That's just my personal opinion.
But he just eats, but tell them why, because your body's different than my body.
Everybody's body is different.
His body functions off of protein, and that's about it. Otherwise, he turns into a cow. Meaning, what? Right? Is that bad?
Do I? No.
Yes. You guys, what I mean by that is this. He regurgitates everything that he eats if it's not more of a protein. Like, I can look at him, and he'll be chewing his lunch 3 times over again because it comes up, and he's got to chew it, right? That's what a cow does. That's because he knows his body. He listens to his body. He listens to his body. Yes. And it's how his body functions best. Even recently, when he's eating, when you're eating carnivore, I think he's down 20 pounds from when he switched to eating even keto because his body works better that way. right?
It is. But at the same time, I did just eat a salad.
Well, maybe it's more veggies. There's certain things that you chew, but you haven't been chewing it.
It's also the amount of food that you eat.
Yes, yes.
We're all learning here.
Uh-huh.
So, any other questions? Welcome, Trevor. Welcome to the party.
Okay, if you do have questions and I can't see them, we'll come back later and answer them.
There's been a ton of people who've asked about mom fuel. Tons of people who've asked about food.
The one thing I would say is when you fall off the wagon or whatever you say, what's great is I've got ketones. We have ketones to get back on track because they help with your appetite. They help with your cravings. They help with your energy and your focus. And so every morning I drink this. Every morning we get up after we drink this and go work out. And so you can start over and it's not a magic pill, but it helps. So anything else you want to say? I think our friends are on their way.
How can I get it? It's so expensive. And Mama Shannon, she asked me, do you drink half your body in water?
Half your body, so
in ounces?
In ounces of water. You should be drinking approximately half your body.
I shoot for 10 of these a day. And this is probably 24 ounces.
I shoot for about 60 ounces of water.
60?
I know about half my body weight.
I know, but you drink more than that, though.
I know, but I'm just saying that's would be half my body weight.
It's true. Yes. So I would say drink your water.
I would drink about 3 of these, but I should be drinking more. I mean, I can drink more. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Anything else you want to say?
Well,
post mom fuel in the comments and I'll message you a video to watch and we can chat.
Hey, I would also love to know what kind of questions you have. What kind of content would you like to see Stephanie create? What are some books that you're reading? How are you becoming better in your life? What are some questions that you've been asking your mentors? I think that's important.
It's important to have mentors.
Who are the mentors in your life? What do you want to tell them what we're getting ready to do this weekend?
Well, we're going to a marriage conference. Do you guys want us to share with you what we learned? It's going to be so great.
I think it's going to be fantastic.
17 years of marriage in November. I don't know what I was going to say. November. We have 4 daughters, and we have a great marriage, but we're going to go learn from some other people and collaborate, and I don't know what we're going to learn. It's going to be great.
Do you have an outcome?
Just to hang out with you.
Oh, look at that.
What's your outcome?
To hang out with you.
Oh.
My outcome is, this is what's funny, is so Stephanie is tremendous. She helps so many moms all over the world. Legitimately, so many moms all over the world. And she's on her phone. And the one thing I would I would love to learn some communication tips, because sometimes I think she's talking to me, but she's actually talking to her phone. And then sometimes I think she's talking to her phone, but she's actually talking to me. And so
we're working on that.
We have to figure some of these things out.
Putting the phone down. There's so many great questions.
To get samples.
Yeah, you can. I have smaller trial kits, so just send me a message and I'll chat with you about different options to trial the product.
Momfueltrials.com. She got so many great ones.
Or just send me a message.
Or send a message. See, I'm all about just go directly to the source.
But I like to know people's goals, so I want to talk to everybody.
Too.
I like to talk to everybody.
Whoa! Christine lost 112 pounds of fat.
Congratulations!
Over 50. Way to go, Kim. I mean, how amazing is that?
I love to hear people's stories. It's pretty amazing because she was disciplined. She had a reason and a why, and she made the decision to do it.
Oh my goodness. Bradley, welcome to the party. This has been fun. So our friends should be here in about 2 minutes. So this is your last chance.
We love all of our TikTok
if you've
friends.
Got any questions.
We love all of our Keto Mom friends. We are going to be going through a new book in September. We're going through a book right now called Winning the War in Your Mind.
Yes.
Every morning, tune in. If you're on TikTok and you go to
Nancy.
Keto Mom on Facebook, we're going to be going through a book called, I think it's called Dream It, Pin It, Live It or something. We're going to be creating vision boards, and we're not waiting till January to do it. We're going to do it now. So we're going to be going through a super cool vision board book in September. And I think that's it. So reach out with any questions. We're always here to help, and I'll come back later tonight after our date.
How can she message
and answer all of those?
How can someone message
Send me a message here on the Keto Mom page. So you should be able to go to the page on Facebook and press message and send me a message, and I will answer it.
Yeah, I think we're going to set up some text messaging service too.
Yeah.
With some shortcut codes, because I think that'd be great.
Right. Okay.
All right, this was fun.
We appreciate you all.
Thanks
if you guys want to see more of my husband, tell him you
thanks.
love this, because I like it when he comes on and chats with me.
Thanks for letting me hang out with
Thanks
you.
for hanging out with me.
All
Okay.
right,
We'll talk to you guys soon.